Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. This is another mapping episode. In this episode, we have a dungeon map, savage dungeon map of Insulation. So, models have a chance to avoid status ailments, which I don't inflict, and I do 17% increased damage. And in return for that, I get a bunch more items and a rarity, 4% extra quantity on top. So, a dungeon map is a tier 4 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5 rated boss fight. So this is going to be trickier than previous boss fights so far. It's a tier 1 map, so it's still only going to be level 68. I'm 77 now, so I'm a little over leveled. XP is not going to be that much, but yeah, loot should still be decent. So this is the prison layout, and the name of the boss is Penitentiary Incarcerator. So Brutus was the Lord Incarcerator, so this is basically a beefed up Brutus. That's all I know about it. It's gonna be fun. Everything is always fun in this game, including that.
That was fun.
So I actually, while rolling mods for the map, I started out with something like a 60% fire damage bonus for all enemies, and figured like, yeah, you know, if this is going to be a one that's rated 4 out of 5, I might not want to boost the damage by that much to begin with. Because if it's really scary, it's better to face it first at normal difficulty or close to normal difficulty. And we found a stone altar. I actually had a full set of talismans with me, and I decided to put them away to keep some space in my inventory. Blast orb. So I think this is clear enough for this. So let's actually head back to town. Use one of our portals and pick up some talismans. Might as well just get rid of these things. Now we have our talismans. It's all gonna be just tier 1 talismans, nothing fancy about it. Actually, I have enough talismans to summon Rigwald once again for at level 60. Oh, maybe I should put this one around the corner somewhere. Here, do that. It's very annoying having a thing in the middle of a fight area. We have a visitor. And that's it. We put a slow totem in the corner, summon this, and just get out. We have minions if need be. That's the if need be clause, of course. We have some ads. Golem is actually taking quite some damage. Ooh, regenerative golem. Terror wall. What was that one called? I actually have to have a look at that and see if I can pronounce it, because that looked like someone mashed their head against the keyboard. Chalibeus. I think it's Chalibeus. Chalibeus Fangjaw Talisman. Whatever a Chalibeus is. I learned a new word. Or it's a word they made up, but at least I learned a new word. Chalibeus. No clue what it means, but it's difficult to pronounce. Oh, temp change gained a level. Okay, her mask. That's a rather common card. I think I've actually already handed it in once to get one of the because you get a sacrifice fragment from it, and if you got all 4 different ones, you can put them in the map device. And as far as I know, it summons Atsiri, which is a very, very scary end boss, as far as I understand. And I think people rate builds by if they are Atsiri viable or not. So yeah, that suggests it's a pretty scary boss fight. And I actually had I think I saw some people play Atsiri, and that's a really, really scary fight. Lots of damage, lots of very precise positioning. You need tons of life, because otherwise if you get hit once it will hurt you for I think 4,000 or 5,000 points of damage. So yeah, not gonna do that one just on a whim. Ooh, ghost. Actually, anything worth ghostifying? That's a word. Stop bleeding me. Oh, corrupting blood, I think, is what this was doing. It's basically bleeding, but magical bleeding. Ooh, unique soldier gloves on the other side of the wall. Actually need to backtrack a little bit to grab those, since there's no direct path. Piety's miscreation. Whoosh. Hey, what did I pick up here? Southbound soldier gloves. A bunch of extra cold damage, extra life, 16%. That's quite significant. 40% cold resist. That's also quite significant. Increased freeze duration on enemies. Your hits can only kill frozen enemies. Interesting. That's very interesting. Here is all this power, but it does come with a small fine print. You can't just kill anything anymore. You need to have it be frozen. Let's back this away. Basically approach where I was going from the side, so we have a full clear. Yes, like that. Okay, stop. Raining down lightning, please. Is there a... Ah, Storm Herald. So flashy. So that... I did manage to kill my golem, so that's an impression just how much damage it dealt. I mean, for 13,000 life actually. Also the obelisk, also very fun. Again, they like to chew through golems. Let's just run around, avoid them altogether. Or maybe clear this side of the room first. There's there, but let's clear them as well. Keep getting sidetracked by more monsters to kill, if you might noticed. Hey, not gonna go there. That's gonna go here. Not gonna get too distracted. Okay, where is the last guy I need to kill? Ah, there are the heralds of the obelisk. If you kill them all, the totems disappear. If they are cowards, however, it's a bit hard to find them all. Most of the time, cowardly AI is just an annoyance. Ooh. It is, however, very interesting that monsters can't open doors. because you can use that against them if you are a kind of build that can shoot through doors. What are you? Proxy shields. Okay, just a proxy shield. Oh, something's trying to raise the dead. Curse immune. Frostbite. Ah. Hey, a cloth belt. Nice. I need belts for my chaos recipe. Always happy to find belts. Belts and amulets, they are the most rare item types when it comes to finding things for the chaos recipe. After that, rings and everything else, and after that, gloves, interestingly enough. I mean, helmets, boots, body armors and weapons are relatively easy to find. The other types are trickier. So, alchemy. Oh, I picked up something I shouldn't. Yep. You're just a 4-link. Nice to know, but at this point, don't care anymore. So interesting how your priorities shift in the game. Once you have a good set of gear, you don't really care that much anymore about finding new stuff. Okay, so that's this wing done, that wing done. Let's see, pass through here. Ah, there's a door there, and we can go up here. Boom, boom, boom. Union of Souls. Oop. Let's take a step back. Side room, opening, that's gonna go to the boss fight. Yeah, there's quite a bit of the map I haven't uncovered yet. Let's actually ditch stuff in the stash, and then we do the boss fight. After that we can just I mean, boss, I'm expecting to drop a lot of loot if it's anything like Brutus. If not, I'll be slightly disappointed, of course. And I'll just have to take my disappointment out on his minions or something. So, Golem, you be resummoned. Portal, go. Okay, so let's do this. Assuming he's doing a crazy amount of damage. Here, have some minions. Just to even the odds. He does, he hurts. Also, I hurt. Well, I think that balances things. Ta 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 ta. I was right, he just dropped quite a bunch of loot. Some side area. So there's a unique map bosses. It's always just no logic to the order, that's a bit annoying. Kill these unique map bosses. So, Penitentiary, Incarcerator, Bramble Mist, Void Anomaly. There's quite a bunch of them. So, there's a bunch more maps to go. Also, Golem, get back here. You are not dismissed from the job just yet. There is work to be done. So let's just stick to the right hand wall. Oh, didn't. This is a completely separate wing. You can go through here. Okay, we can just have a couple of straight ahead turns. We can break off to the sides, can we? Yeah, here. Everybody. Boom. Not me, you guys go boom. Yes. Ah, this one leads to that side of the level. So this was a 4 out of 5 rated boss of level 68. So the next map we run, the desert, is rated 5 out of 5. So that's gonna be even scarier. So very curious to see how it stacks up, what a 5 out of 5 rated boss is going to be. Every day before I start recording my daily Path of Exile video, I do the daily missions for the masters, and I've got Elrion in there, I've got Zana in there, and I've got Verici in there. I mean, Verici and Elrion are the warm-up, and then Zana is the proper exercise. Let's see, I did items and it explodes. Okay, let's do it. There. You guys explode. Not me, you. Okay, we killed it. But doing the Zana maps, you see all kinds of maps. So I've seen map layouts for maps that are actually much higher tiers. So and also if you get Zana as a side area, then of course you also get to see different maps and thus also different boss fights there. So I've already fought a powered up version of Merveil, for example, which was a very nice fight. Today in the warm-up I had 3 bosses in, I think, a maze layout. There's a lot of interesting boss fights still upcoming, and most of the maps I've been playing so far, they have been in a level 68, 69, sometimes level 70 setting. Even though those are properly belong to a tier 10 map, they get scaled down because of the Zana challenge, because Zana is only level 4 for me. So once I actually face the proper tier 10 maps, so let's have a look. Not that one, no. 12 remaining, 12 remaining, okay. So face the same fights but 10 levels higher, so that means the monsters are going to be more, they're basically going to be more than double as twice as strong, which is going to be very interesting. So is this, oh, I've been here already. Man, where are those last couple of monsters? Because I did a pretty thorough job. Ah, there's one room I walked around. You guys, nobody opened the door. And that was it. We cleared all of it. I'm very curious to see for repeat fights just how much stronger things are going to be if they're 10 levels higher. Because I had a bit of a look at the monster level progression, and it seems to follow a rule of thumb that every level monsters could become 5% tougher. But if you do that 10 times, then it's of course not going to be 50% stronger. It's actually 5% over 5% over 5%, so it's going to stack, if you will. So probably going to be closer to double the strength, so that's going to be very, very interesting. Let's see, so what did we all get out of this? Oh, we got a jewel, that's always interesting. So we have one unique, a bunch of rares, some currency, dungeon map, her mask, June's map, Blessed Orb, don't find those very often, alchemy. So what's the Viridian Jewel? Oh, bonus to freezing and extra evasion rating. Not a bad one, I suppose. So yeah, well, that's it. So this was a relatively short run. We didn't have a map inside of a map, so we actually got to finish this one in time. So yeah, next episode's running one of the bosses, Calm or Doresso. So that's gonna be fun. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time. Bye bye.